Hello guys, today we are going to talk about how to set up AutoCAD for draw a engineering drawing. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set basic settings in AutoCAD. For that, I'm going to go through 4 steps for that. The first thing is unit settings. Second thing is work area. Work area means the paper size that we are going to work. Third thing is define the layers. In engineering drawing, when we draw a component or something, we have to draw that in different layers. Let's see that in the video. The fourth thing is dimension settings. It's an important one. So let's see. Let's begin the video. We have to open our software. So I'm using for that AutoCAD 2020. Let's see, it's take time. And another thing, you can see in the left bottom corner in the screen, you have mouse left called something. That is when I'm going to use my keyboard to mouse. You can see whatever the keys I'm pressing. Ignore these dialog boxes. That is, I'm using a trial version. Let's close those. To start a drawing, we have to get a sheet. For that, I recommend you to use template. And the template, we have several type of templates. AKDISO, that is ISO 25 standard template. So let's start from that. Okay, we opened our template. Then in the very beginning, you have to set your unit settings for your drawing. For that, go to this type of command line, our command line, and type simply units and press enter. Okay, in this box you can change whatever the regarding to units. Decimal, oh yes, we are going to use decimal, something, we are going to use decimal. And the precision is, I'm going to use 0.00, okay, something. And the scale, we can use inches or centimeters, but I'm going to use millimeters. These are the default settings. No, these are the sample output, okay, ignore that. For this, don't use American, always use international, and press OK. Okay, our first setting has done. The second thing, the work area. Work area means the paper size. In engineering, we use A4, A3, A2, but in this video, I'm going to use a A2 paper. For that, simply type in the command limits, and you will have this line, limits specify lower left corner. That means the left bottom corner, that means left bottom corner of the paper. We have to put absolute coordinates for that. In here, the default coordinates are 0, 0. I'm going to use as my coordinates as well. Okay, let's press enter, and then we have limit specify upper right corner. That means top right corner. Top right corner means the paper's final point. For that, in A2, we have to use the width is 594 millimeters, height is 420 millimeters. For that, basically I have to type the width first. That means 594. Press enter. Sorry. AC limits 0 0, enter. Okay, let's type this 594. You have to put comma and then the height is 420, and then you can hit enter. Okay, our paper size is all set, but in this work area we can't see a paper or anything, but we can do something for that. You just have to put zoom in this command line. You can use zoom and press enter. Then you get these little boxes. You can put all. Then this is the paper. You can see here with the middle mouse, press your middle button of the mouse and hold it, and you can cursor around and you can see the paper. You can rotate this. Okay, this is the origin. I put origin here, and okay, our first step and second step is over. Now the third one is very important. Defining the layers. For layers, in the version of AutoCAD 2020, we have to go first in the layer properties. Let's click it, and then this dialog box is open. For open a new layer, there is a hotkey Alt N. You can press Alt N, simply creating a new layer. But if you are not a lover of using hotkeys, you can see here, and you can click it, and you can create many layers. Okay, I'm going to delete layer. Okay, this is my first layer. I'm going to first rename it. In engineering drawing, we are using different layers. First thing is one layer for outlines, and second layer for hidden lines, and third layer for center lines, and fourth one for text, and the fifth one for dimensioning. Let's see. In the layer 1, I'm going to use this for outlines, and I simply name it as OL, outlines OL. And then these are opacity and layer. Sorry, the current layer will be turned off. What do you want to do? Keep the layer on. This is the on off. You can on or off your layers. In this layer cannot be frozen because it is the current layer. If the current layer is, if this is a current layer, it is showing by this right sign. We can this froze. Froze means we can't change anything, or that's something. Let's see in next video. We can lock the layer. This is we can print. Okay, if we click this, it will be locked. That means this will if we print this drawing, we can't show this layer. Only this layer will be printed. Okay, then the most important box, color. This layer's color, we can set anything, any color to this line, but I love to set something like I like white. Okay, then white. Then the second box is line type. For line type, as engineers, as engineering students, we know OL means outlines are continuous. So I'm going to keep this continuous. But if you want to load different types of lines, you can simply click here load, and then you will come up this box. You can click something. Let's see, I want hidden lines. Click here, simply press H. You will get hidden line. Press enter. You will get hidden lines, and other lines are okay. Center line, load, click, press C. Okay, center line. You can use. There are 3 types of center lines. I'm going to use the first line. Okay, hit enter. Okay. Then in this line type, you can choose whatever you want for the outline line type. In defaultly outline line type is continuous, so I click continuous and hit OK. Then the line weight is very different. For line weight, I am using for this outline 0.3, and that's it. Transparency 0. Leave this as default, and I'm going to create another new layer, all 10. I type it as hidden layers, and the color is okay, this color, maybe this color, cyan. Okay, hidden lines, line type is hidden. Okay, and the line weight is I'm going to default. I want another layer, all 10, and this will be my center lines. For center lines, I'm going to use CL, and the color is okay. Let's see, something like this. Center lines, and line type is center. Okay. I'm going to leave this as it is, the default. And I want another layer. These are for my all lines and curves layers. And now I want a text layer. For that, I'm going to create a new layer, and I'm going to put txt simply. Color is I want white. Leave these as, because these not lines, so text layer is white. And another layer for dimension lines. I use simply DL, and the color is, let's say, magenta. Okay, dimension lines color is magenta. Oh, sorry, text lines may be continuous. That is the default one. In here must be continuous. Okay, line thickness is default. Okay, so these are our layers. Let's close that. When you want to use layers for draw something, you can find those in here. OL, text, HL, DL, CL, such as like that. Now we are going to see how to set up dimension settings. For that, this box is dedicated for dimensioning, and here onwards I'm going to use this reference to set up my settings similar to this reference. Okay, Let's see how to do that. First go to annotation and click this icon, this bar, and this icon, click here, dimension style. After this you will open this dimension style manager. In here I'm going to create a new style. Create new, and open this dialog box, and you have to give a name for your new style. I'm going to simply give my channel name C40, and click the annotative ISO 25 standard. Click ISO 25, leave it here as it is, and the default uses for, and defaultly this layer style uses for all dimension, and leave it as it is. Then continue. You will open this dialog box. First we have lines and symbols and arrows, then the text, then the how it fits to the our sketch, and primary units, alternative units, tolerance. Let's talk all about those. First line, dimension lines and extension line. Dimension lines is this line, and the extension lines are these vertical lines here. Okay. If you remember, in the layer settings, we set a layer for dimension style. We set a layer for dimensioning. Because of that, we don't have to change any of these. Leave it is as it is. Leave it as it is. But I'm going to change these two. Extend beyond dim lines, put 2, enter. Offset from origin, put 2, enter. And that's it for this box. And then go to symbols and arrows. I don't want closed filled arrows, I want closed blank arrows. And again close blank arrows. I want arrow size 3. Center marks, leave these as it is. Okay, these are okay. These are the default settings. Leave those. Then the text. Again, this is text appearance. We can change anything from this, but I suggest leave this as it is. If you want to change this little 3 dot button, when we click it, we will get this textile box. We can change the front, we can change the font, we can change the font and the font style, height, anything, but I'm going to leave the default settings, so I'm going to close it. And this dialog box, this box, the text placement. Vertical means, let's see what is vertical. I want another thing, another special thing. When we change these parameters, you can see what happened in this area. So I want let's get our reference picture. I'm going to let's get our reference. Okay. In here, all the text and numbers are above the dimension layer. For that, I'm going to select above. Okay, and the centered. I don't want something like this. I want centered. Okay, then we can change horizontal and align with dimension line, ISO stand, but here I'm going to use, okay, let's see, ISO standard, and I want to set this offset from dim line is for 1 millimeter. Okay, that's for this. And again, don't change any of these four. Let's talk about in another video, but don't change those things. Just these first four things, first three. Okay. Okay, this is the final. This is the basic. Okay, but still, with compared to our reference, you can hear these are okay. These are okay, but in here, the radial dimension. In here, the radial dimension is something like it is look like this, but in our it is above the line. We have to change that. For that, we have to create a new setting, new dimension style. But I am going to start with now. In previous we use ISO 25, but now I am going to use the created our style C40. Okay, copy of C40. In here, now I want to change only this radial dimensions. For that, I am going to change radius dimensions. You have to choose our style C40, then radius dimension, then continue. You will open this again this dialog box, but when you go to the lines, you can't change anything of this. That means this will only change your radius dimensions. Okay, in this, the text placement in our reference video is aligned with this line, but in here it is above with the line. I want to it centered. Okay, that is what I want. We don't want to change anything of this. I'm going to use ISO standard. Okay, that is we have to use centered ISO stand and press OK. Now you can see here our style. In that we have another style called radial, and again this is only for radial. Now I want to change again to C40 and all dimensions. In here I want to change diameter dimensions. Select that and continue. Okay, in here again this is dimensioning of the diameter. For that, again I want to center with this line, align with this line. For that, simply use center and align with dimension line, horizontal, align ISO horizontal. Use this and press OK. Okay, there is again you can see under the C40 style we have another two styles, diameter and radial. Let's see, we can change another angular dimensions. No, that not necessary. Okay, cancel. So this is the final. So this will be the end of the dimension style settings. So after you create your style, you have to select. Now you can select anything. Now you have to set this as your current. For that, select C40, select your style and set current. Click set. That is important. Now it is set to the current. You can close. So that's it. Now our sheet is ready to draw anything, draw our drawing. In the next video, we will going to draw an engineering component. So if you have any doubt or question, please leave it in the comment section. and don't forget to subscribe.